So let's have a look under the hood now and see what's actually happening in the add-on component itself. So we've got the property panels on the side here, which we've just looked at. Now, how do we handle sending data from Squirrel for this into the add-on and then receiving data back? So if we go into the add-on component TS file, this file here extends our Squirrel helper class, and the Squirrel helper class introduces lots and lots of lifecycle methods and handles all that communication backwards and forwards from Squirrel to keep the add-on up to date, but also to send and receive the data as well. So if we have a quick look, first things first, when you plonk your add-on on to canvas, or when it loads up or goes into debug or preview mode, a handshake happens between the add-on and Squirrel. This tells Squirrel that the add-on is been initialized and is waiting to receive information, and Squirrel then sends a handshake message back to say to the add-on that it's aware that it's waiting, and it gives it a copy of the latest version of state and any information or data for the property panels, or binding information and contents from the spreadsheet cells and those sorts of things. So let's walk through that and see how that works. Let's have a look first of all at this hello world text field here. At the moment it's got the word test hard coded into it. If I change this and then enter out, that is now sent the word hello, because I had that in my input box here, through into the add-on component. If we look at the property panel, the property panel binding property name was connected to the hello world data variable. So me typing in hello in this field, Squirrel has then sent this back, and in the hello world data property in state, that will now contain the word hello. But how does the add-on know that a updated field or updated data has come back in? What happens is it when it receives data, it fires the onPropertyChange event. The onPropertyChange event method will fire, telling me what properties changed. In our case, the property is called hello world data, and also what the value of that is. So in here, for example, if I expand that, I can see if the property is hello world data, then I want to call this .process data value. I also, in process data here, I set a local variable to the value. So this is the incoming data. So the hello world text, if we look in our HTML, this is what gets put into the component, and you can see the word hello is displayed in the component now. But what it also does is it also takes the value, splits it, reverses it, and then I want to send that back to Squirrel. And we've got a nice helpful method here called send to Squirrel. So this send to Squirrel asks you, well, what property do you want to send to Squirrel? Well, I want to send it on the hello world response, because that is what I set up as a send property here in the message binding. It will then send to Squirrel the value reversed ordered, and then sends that back. And that send to Squirrel handles the messaging the information back into Squirrel. So we can see over here, if I bind that into cell A1, go to debug, it's now reversed the order and placed it in there. And to show it making changes as well, if I connect this up to say B1, change that from hello to B1. Now if I type in here hello, it's changed it. It sent that information to the add-on. This has been fired, it's reverted it, and it sent it back.